Joining us now in the belly of the beast, in the swamp, fighting for survival, trying to stay out of the quicksand, is Congressman Tom Garrett, Republican, 5th District, Virginia Senator, I almost called him.
Wow.
Amazing. Senator.
Yes.
Congressman Tom Garrett, good to have you with us.
Good morning.
Good morning, Martha, and that other guy.
Martha's the draw, I know. I'm just a straight man. Tom Garrett.
John, I
Lots
love
to talk.
talking to you, but you downgraded yourself.
Well, you know what? I always believe in upgrades. So we've upgraded our show today with
All
Martha.
right, well, that's a better way of looking at it.
That's the way you look at it, right? It's like I married up and I co-host up Tom Garrett, right? Same thing.
And Tom, I want to commend you because you've had how many town hall meetings now?
Oh gosh, it depends on whose metric you use.
Yes, I mean you've been.
We've had I think 7 or 8 that were open to the public to include. Now that includes 2 live, 3 radio, and 3 Facebook. So that's 8. We've had, if you count high school forums, about 31.
I mean, you've had an open, transparent office. You've been open to accept questions and town halls and open forums. I mean, it's been incredible, and I just wanted to commend you on that because you've done a great job of that, and we really we're really thrilled with everything you've done since you've been in office.
Well, I appreciate it. You ought to be. I need to do what I said I was going to do when I ran for office. We're doing that. And then
yes,
I need to be willing to answer questions about what I'm doing. And if some folks aren't happy with that, then I need to explain to them why I'm doing it. And if they're still not happy with it, then the recourse becomes the electoral cycle. That's the genius of the founders. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Congressman, let's get to this continuous series of allegations here against the president. Now we got the Democrats talking about impeaching him. We still can't find evidence of anything he's done wrong. Even in the former CIA director Brendan's testimony yesterday, there's no evidence of any collusion or anything else. Now if we've got a special counsel, what's the deal with this? I mean, don't you have to have some evidence?
I think the FBI director should also appoint a special counsel to investigate the Clinton Foundation. I think they should appoint a special counsel to investigate Loretta Lynch. I think they should appoint a special counsel to investigate the death of Mark Rich, and we'll see who ends up going to prison. I mean, you got one side engaged in a rational discourse to help move the country forward, and you got another side engaged in what President Trump called a witch hunt. I think that's an insult to early Americans in New England. Look, I was a prosecutor for almost 10 years. We tend to investigate matters where you can at least articulate the crime that's been committed, right? And collusion with the Russians, while there's, and I've been in the same sort of classified meetings as Adam Schiff has. He's on the Intelligence Committee. I'm on the Foreign Affairs Committee. I've seen nothing. I've seen zilch that rises to the level of criminal conduct. Now, Alan Dershowitz did a really impressive spot on Fox News and did an op-ed in which Dershowitz pointed out what we kind of suspected, which is he supported Hillary Clinton, but he says there's absolutely no there, and this sort of, histrionic behavior is counterproductive to sort of moving forward any kind of ideological ball on either side of the aisle. And I commend him for that sort of even-handed analysis. I think that's exactly what's going on. And again, I've said this to you before, John, my fear is that the American public begins to tune out, and that when there is a real problem, it's like the little boy who cried wolf, and people aren't paying attention, and that's dangerous. But this is the tack that the other side of the aisle has chosen to take. Certainly, in the short term, it's been productive as it relates to slowing the advance of President Trump's agenda. I would be more concerned with the long-term best interest of the United States. That doesn't seem to be something that registers.
You're right. Look, I think my opinion is that the facts are that there's nothing there. There's not going to be anything there. We're going to get some kind of an exoneration.
Remember, Scooter Libby was arrested and convicted for lying to a federal agent, I suppose, with regard to an incident that would never have occurred but for the existence of a special prosecution. In other words, the investigation begat the crime, but it had nothing to do with the underlying impaneling of a special prosecutor. So they'll find somebody, but is that how this is supposed to work?
I don't think so. I think it's going to backfire. I really think the left here, Congressman, is way overplaying their hand, and I think this is going to backfire on them eventually, and Trump is going to do fine in the midterms. We'll see how it plays out. I've only got a couple more minutes today because I'm at this energy conference. The president's budget director, Mick Mulvaney, delivering a budget to Congress yesterday. Now, obviously, this is a blueprint because it's Congress's job to get a budget, right? It's their job. Of course, they've not passed one. They've not passed one since Reagan, right? But at least Trump gave you something.
Nailed it. What the president's done is, for the very first time in a long time, give us a budget that balances. Constitutionally, it's our responsibility, not the president's responsibility. I could nitpick this budget, and a lot of people are going to nitpick this budget. What this is a jumping off point, and it's laden with something that we haven't seen certainly for the last 16 years, and that's fiscal responsibility and living within our means. So while we could all find things to sort of lament or say we do differently, how about we focus on the fact that we've got grown-ups in the executive branch who acknowledge that we can't continue to spend beyond our means, right? I mean, there's something to be celebrated.
Absolutely. You got to start somewhere, no question. Look, I think there's going to be major changes, Congressman, in the West Wing, on the White House staff, within a week after the president getting back from this trip. I've talked to enough people now inside there where we know some of the things that are going down. They got to stop these leaks. They got to get a handle on the communications, and they got to recontrol the narrative. And I think this president, in order to be successful, has got to get people in the West Wing that believe in him, understood why he won, and believe in his agenda. Because when you're trying to get
people that believe in law and order too? I mean, you can find a good executive official, particularly at the state level, and I don't usually do this, but I'll tip my hat to McAuliffe for keeping some people who were in the McDonnell administration because they were good at what they did. How about just somebody that's good at their job who doesn't break the law by leaking classified documents, discourses, comments, etc.? That's a good place to start.
That will be a good start. Why do I keep calling him Senator?
I think now I think that John Fredericks is foretelling your future. He continues to call you Senator Tom Garrett.
Could you see him
there
as a
you go.
U.S. Senator?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, he's got the stature for that.
Yes, he does. He certainly does.
I think he'd be a good U.S. Senator.
He has served the.
He looks like a senator.
Yes, he does look like a senator, and he has served us very well in Congress.
I look like a senator circa 1888 with a beard. But sooner or later, we're going to repeal and replace the beard.
Fear the beard, my friend. Fear the beard. All right, Tom Garrett, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.